Assistive supplies. The innate method does not entail any physical, chemical, or manipulative parts. No sage or drumming is needed. No healers or shamans. No equipment nor rituals. No massage is needed. Not even touching, although the touch of a practitioner's hand may be helpful at some points. Whereas some traditions may have something to it and can even be quite reputable, they also distract from the real thing. What if you do not have the right drum at hand? Or the right crystal? Will your patient suffer? All these things cost you a lot of money and demand a lot of attention, and may eventually prevent you from perceiving what is and from doing what is needed. The need for these things reduces you into dependency. You are not whole without them. Without them, you are helpless. Hence, they become obstacles and hindrances instead of tools of healing. The innate method only consists of instructions as to how to gain access to sleeping senses and how to heal with your focused, loving, intentional attention. In this regard, everything else becomes fuss and distractions. This applies to breathing techniques too. Breath undergoes dramatic changes during a toxic immobility. If not properly released, these tensions will restrict breath and distort exchange and regulations of body gases. No breathing technique will be able to mimic the real thing, the way the healthy body breathes. No breathing technique is capable of releasing all your stored tensions and reset your body to a thriving and happy state. When it comes to drugs and medicines, the answer is the same. They are not part of the innate method. This is not because plants like ayahuasca are worthless, meaningless, or dangerous as such. Most things are dangerous if not treated carefully. Some people die from the life-sustaining substance of this earthly life per se, water. There are people that I know of whom I highly respect and admire that have used plant medicine. A lady, Iris, told me her life story. At a certain point, she met a barrier which seemed to be impenetrable and insurmountable. And yet, following the simple doctrine that you put your stern at the root of the mountain and eventually it will move or dissolve, a path showed up. She was led to a person who had some kind of plant medicine. She was shown in spirit how to prepare and perform a ceremony. And it all worked out perfectly for her. She got through her obstacles. For other people that I know of, it turns out otherwise. They find comfort in a community that settles around the use of some medicine. Their happenings are the ceremonies. Their every day is filled with growing the plants and preparations for the next ceremony. The storerooms of the house smell from these plants. The remedies are grown and take up space in the garden. Many people even take part in the trade. All their life pivots around plant medicine and ceremonies. It becomes their life content and meaning. For a few, it becomes a trap. Initially, they joined in, not because of the intrinsic and unavoidable step that led their way, but rather because of their lust for excitement, for adventure, or even as simple as the wish to socialize, to stay with friends. And ceremonies is what they're doing. A confrontation with a plant medicine can even become disastrous. Maybe the moment did not turn out as merry as wished for. Through an intoxication, one may suddenly find oneself confronted with the pure, cruel, uncompromising spirit or essence of the plant. And it turns out that the novice was not prepared. And it turns out that neither was the master of the ceremony. He may end up being unhappy for the rest of his life, or even insane. The thing with the story of Iris is that she was prepared. The turning point in her life had come. She had the drive and willpower to make it happen. If she had not met this medicine, she would have found another way through. If you find yourself becoming dependent on a person, thing, medicine, or incident to proceed in life, you're likely on a sidetrack. Because Iris had become just who she was, and now was at the right place, at the right moment, with the right person, it all turned out just right. If any of these outside circumstances had changed, it would likely have been just right anyway. Because her whole existence demanded the change to occur. This change found its way into her life, mercilessly, yet graciously. That said, plant medicine may have one very important mission. It opens the door to a life beyond the realm and influence of the ego. Though not part of the innate method, a healthy lifestyle does not hurt. A few things like posture and sauna will be covered in this book.